Okay, unboxing the Pentax flash unit. I kind of forget which one this was that I got. I want to say this is going to have a green dot on it. And that's going to be significant. Alright. The Pentax AF280T. So I mentioned the green dot because that is going to imply that this is going to have a little bit more power than, say, the ones with the orange dots. These were made in 1982. I think they made them up to like 2000. I definitely put this in the 80s. I mean, look at the back, right? Look at the shape, the design. This screams 80s. Got some nice movement here, even the rotation side to side. That's cool. You do have these little grooves up top. That's where you're going to slide basically some adapters that'll either make it easier for you to shoot macro, maybe even soften, spread it out, diffusion. And this guy too, if we're talking macro, we've got a little setting here, a little spring action. You can see that the arrow points this way, so you're going to want to make sure the strobe is lined up that way. It's not going to work this way. And the reason why is because, boom, look at that, no neck. Alright, that's funny. Shooting macro, right? You're going to need to like redirect the light a little closer to the camera. Most of your modern flashes are going to have a piece that flips over, redirects the light that way, but I thought that was really interesting. I hadn't seen that before. Okay, so moving on to the back. Alright, this is 80s all the way. You know, you can tell by the shape, the design. Up top, you know, you've got your ASA setting. That's going to be the same as like your ISO. Don't ask me the difference, man. I swear if you Google it, you're going to get more confused than when you went in. This dial is going to slide this left and right as well. You know, apparently this doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't change any settings or any power within the strobe. But it's going to give you the settings that you need in order to use some of the features. So some of the settings down below, you got 6 here. Right side, you got your manual. That's going to give you the most power. Then you got your manual S, manual sync. You can sync it high and low. And then you got your auto, right? Correlation with the green. If you're using the green auto, obviously you are going to need to set your aperture to 16. ASA is already set. Your shutter speed would already be set because it needs to be syncing at probably like 1/60th of a second. So that's going to tell the camera those 3 settings, and from there it's going to go ahead and decide how much power to put out. Now, going back to the front, that's what this guy is. This is the photo cell. This is what's going to tell the camera how much power it needs to put out. The difference between the red and the green, you're going to see that the green is actually going to give you more power because you can set the aperture to 16, whereas the red, you would have to set it to 8. So you'd have to open it up quite a bit, but there's different reasons why you might want to do that. TTL Auto. This feature, it doesn't work with all cameras from this era. Not all of them speak to this, but this essentially allows the camera to tell the flash what settings to use. So, pretty cool stuff. Right up top, Finder Auto Check. You can turn that on and off. That's going to be if you want to use the burst mode in your camera. If you want to shoot fast, the camera's going to wait for this to load back up, and it takes seconds, so you might be missing the shot. So sometimes you just want to keep on going, so that's where you want to turn that off. Down below, you've got your test button and the light indicator light to make sure that it is flashing appropriately. Ready light on and off. Okay, so but this is really just a battery compartment, so is that really a huge loss if this is totally broken? Okay, oh, no, that is the worst thing that you want to see. Oh, that is just not at all what you want to see. So, alright, it might be fixable, but I'm kind of just, oh no. Alright, well, this is another lesson learned. Don't buy these. Oh, and I have another one coming, that's the red dot. I don't know. It's so unfortunate. Alright, well, I'm going to call this a loss, and I wish. God, you see how good everything else is? That's the unfortunate thing with these old pieces. Like, everything's so good, but just nobody took the batteries out. Alright, just a reminder to buy batteries that are sealed if you're putting in something important and you're not going to take them out. Alright, so I started getting into this thing and I genuinely didn't think it was going to work. I thought I was just done. I pulled out the batteries and they are just awful. One of them here I just could not get out. It was stuck to the spring down below. It might be the death of this thing, but I'm not sure. So I've been getting into the gunk. I mean, all I'm using here is basically white wine vinegar and yeah, just going at it. I just pulled this stuff out and this is gross. Again, I didn't record because I figured it wasn't really going to work. But I'm starting to get some stuff out of here. I mean, you can see here, like, I've already cleared out a bunch of gunk. I mean, you didn't see that, but the bottom is actually okay, besides that one spring. Let me turn on this light. There's one spring in there that is corroded. I'm lightly soaking it with the vinegar. And, you know, you never want to, like, overdose it because you never want the vinegar to seep into the creases and basically get to the electronics, well, any more than they already are. But I was just kind of basically soaking it, scrubbing, soaking, scrubbing, and then I took some crappy tweezers I don't care about, and I just started going at it, because I figured, like, you know, why not? Like, what am I going to lose if I do this, because this thing's already shot, so, but, I don't know, it's coming off. You can see some of the discoloration where it's, like, kind of red and pink, and I think that's where the metal is, like, fully corroded. So there's nothing I can do with that. I don't know enough to say that I can reseal this or kind of do anything to protect it, which would be nice, but again, I could not get the battery out. It was stuck. I had to pull and pull, and I was afraid it was going to break something, but again, it's already broken, so I can't break it more. Well, I can't, which I may. You never know. When you got nothing else for it. Alright, so I mean, it's not nothing. I mean, there's hope. That door is still ajar. Okay, I see, that's the piece there. Alright, well, I think one thing to do is just give it a shot and see what happens. So I've got my Minolta XG1. Got this super cheap. It's got that fatal flaw in the viewfinder where there's a big stripe across it, but the camera's in good condition otherwise. So I figure I'll test it on this one. Alright, we'll lock it in, or I guess fix it in. I'm going to turn my camera on. We can give it a little battery check. Ooh, battery check works. Alright, here's the moment of truth. No, that's not anything. I don't hear anything either. That's one of the things is you're gonna hear these things queue up. I love the sound too. It's like a, but there's no sound. There's no light. Yeah, I don't hear anything. I don't think we talk to each other that way though. Yeah. I got nothing. Alright. Last ditch attempt. I'm going to try some different batteries just because, who knows. Alright, so let me just try this. Press this in, nice and tight. Nothing. Lesson learned. I'll probably try cleaning it out one more time, give it one last shot. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to give up. If anything, I guess it'll just be for looks. I don't know. Oh my gosh, it just kicked in. The sensors weren't lined up. Oh my god. Yes. Oh my gosh, it just kicked in. I heard it. The light. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I cannot believe it. Oh. See what I was saying? Don't give up. Right? Like, you just never know. It had to be like misaligned. These are different brands, like, you know, whatever, but oh my gosh, okay. Something's happening. Okay, so let's give it a whirl. Huh? What we got? Oh, yes! Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, you know, I gave up. I gave up on it. I really did. I gave up. I was like, all right, I'll just like, you know, I'm just like, what? I don't even know what I meant when I said I'll just keep it for a look. So just like put on a camera and just put on display, collect dust. No, like, how awesome. Let's do it again. Yes, baby. Okay, yeah. And you've got to hear that. Okay, I'm going to let this charge up again, and I'm going to put this right up to the mic. You know, the camera still works. This guy still works. We still need to work on this guy. Okay, we'll fix that part, you know. But, alright, come on. Not bad. Not bad at all. I am so appreciative. I cannot believe. Alright, and I'm gonna come back to this guy. I just gotta take a minute to myself and just revel in, yeah, my gratitude. This is awesome. That light, that sound, I love it. Alright, time to play with some settings. Here. Um, with this camera, you know what? This isn't even a camera, this is a strobe.